Let's be real for a second. We've all been there, right? Staring at that stubborn belly fat that just refuses to leave. You're doing all the right things, you're counting calories, you're exercising, but the scale and the mirror just aren't cooperating. It feels like you're playing a game where the rules are rigged against you. Well, what if I told you the main rule we've all been following is actually the problem? Eat less, move more. It sounds so simple, so logical. We've had it drilled into us forever. But seriously, if that was the secret, wouldn't we all be walking around with six-packs by now? The hard truth is that for most people, this strategy just doesn't work long-term. So, if that's not the answer, what is? All right, so here's our game plan. We're gonna blow the lid off this whole thing. First, we'll tackle why calorie counting is a deeply flawed model. Then, we're gonna meet the real boss of fat storage, a hormone called insulin. After that, we'll see exactly why all calories are not created equal, and we'll uncover the incredible impact of not just what you eat, but when. And finally, we'll talk about how to get past the whole willpower trap. Okay, let's dive right into part 1, the calorie counting problem. This is where we need to understand why the basic math we've all been taught is actually setting us up to fail. See, the calorie model treats your body like a simple furnace. You put calories in, you burn calories out. But here's the massive flaw. Your body is smart. When you drastically cut the calories in, your body goes into survival mode and cuts the calories out. Your metabolism slows down to save energy, you feel colder, you feel tired, and you feel absolutely ravenous. It's a biological defense mechanism, and it's a battle you just can't win with willpower alone. The hormone model, on the other hand, gets it. It knows that the quality of your food sends signals that can either speed up or slow down your metabolism. And listen, this isn't some new discovery. This quote is from the Handbook of Obesity from 1998. Experts have known for decades that just cutting calories leads to poor, short-lived results. We've been chasing a broken model for a very, very long time. So if calories aren't the main villain, who is? Well, the real story is all about your hormones. And there's one hormone in particular that acts like a master switch for storing fat in your body. And that hormone is insulin. You can think of insulin as an energy traffic cop. After you eat, insulin shows up and starts directing traffic. It tells your body to use some energy now, but its primary job, its main gig, is to shuttle the rest into storage for later. And that storage includes your fat cells. So let's be super clear. When insulin is high, your body is in fat storage mode. End of story. Here's how it works. You eat something like a bagel or a sugary drink. Your blood sugar goes up, and boom, insulin spikes to deal with it. This massive insulin spike shouts at your body, "Emergency! Store this energy as fat, right now." And at the same time, it slams the brakes on fat burning. It physically makes it impossible for your body to access your stored fat for fuel. Energy goes in, but it can't come out. And this right here is why the whole "a calorie is a calorie" idea is one of the biggest myths in nutrition. It's just not true, because different foods give your body completely different hormonal instructions. I mean, just look at this. It's so clear. You eat 100 calories of cookies, and your insulin goes through the roof. It's a code red signal to store fat. Now, you eat the exact same 100 calories, but from salmon, you get a tiny little insulin response. And 100 calories from broccoli, it's barely even a blip on the radar. Same number of calories, wildly different hormonal messages. One screams store fat, the others don't. And this is what I love about this quote from Dr. Jason Fung. It cuts through all the complicated science and just states the obvious. We know this. Our common sense tells us that brownies are more fattening than salmon. The hormonal model just finally gives us the scientific why. Okay, so we know we need to manage our insulin by changing what we eat. But there's another incredibly powerful tool in our toolbox, and that's controlling when we eat. This is what we call the power of the pause. You know, if you think back to the 70s, people generally ate 3 meals a day. They'd finish dinner around 6 p.m. and not eat again until breakfast. That gave their bodies a solid 14 hours every single day with low insulin levels, a huge window to burn fat. But today, we're snacking all the time, often eating from the moment we wake up until right before bed. Our eating window has stretched out, and our fasting window has shrunk to maybe 9 hours. We're just constantly spiking our insulin, never giving our bodies a break. And that's all this is about. It's not about starving yourself. It's simply about creating a period of time each day where you're not eating so your insulin levels can finally drop. When insulin is low, the doors to your fat stores finally swing open, and your body can switch from being a sugar burner to being a fat burner. It's as simple as that. You switch from storage mode to burning mode.
So this brings us to the final and maybe most important piece. If this is a hormone problem, then trying to solve it by gritting your teeth and using willpower is a losing game. You can't out-willpower your own biology. We need a smarter strategy, one based on building new habits that work with our bodies, not against them.
So, how do we put this on autopilot? First, figure out your triggers. Do you always grab a snack when you sit down to watch TV? Change that routine. Second, create a new cue that tells your brain the kitchen is closed. Brushing your teeth right after dinner is a fantastic one. Third, and this is a big one, stop snacking. Every time you snack, you're spiking insulin. Focus on eating meals with plenty of protein and healthy fats that actually keep you full. And finally, just be honest with yourself. We often eat because we're bored, or stressed, or celebrating, not because we're hungry. Just recognizing that is a huge first step.
So if you hear nothing else, hear this. This isn't your fault. Struggling with belly fat is not a character flaw. It's not a lack of discipline. It is a hormonal issue. And once you understand that, you can stop blaming yourself and start using the right tools to actually fix the problem.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. What if we've been asking the wrong question this whole time? What if the key to finally getting rid of that stubborn fat isn't about the misery of constant restriction, but about the simple, liberating power of eating less often?